Kukamsa Nabalhenge. Welcome back to my daily Tezo briefings. Without wasting any time, let's dive straight to the only daily Tibetan Parliament session highlight available in English. Chaired by Honorable Speaker Kembustam Tempela, the fifth session of the 17th Tibetan Parliament in Exile's seventh session, that's a budget session, began at 9:30 this morning. The session began with a private members' bill and resolution, Chidu Geki Tujar, by Chidu Kuncho Empela. The private members' bill and resolution to repeal a resolution adopted during the 13th Tibetan Parliament in Exile, then called the Assembly of the Tibetan People's Deputies, failed to receive a majority vote. The bill suggested repealing the resolution for the Tibetan parliamentarians, excluding honorable speakers for settlement visitation programs due to appeals made by various community members to several chitus during their visits, and considering various protests in the settlements where a section of the community left the hall without listening or questioning the chitu. Around 24 parliamentarians participated in the deliberations, asserting a varying experiences and opinions on the matter. After the first break, as per the list of revised business, the session started the budget presentation, deliberation and sanction of the recurring budget, that's Kudurkatu, and the special recurring budget, Misekatu, for the fiscal year of 2024 to 2025 of the Department of Finance, that's Pincho Legung. Apart from sanction of the deferred recurring budget, Kudukatu of the Parliamentary Secretariat with the private members' resolutions failure to garner a majority vote, the deliberations on the Department of Finance included questioning Tibetan media houses failing in its democratic duties, even though it's funded by foreign governments in the name of supporting the Tibetan community and highlighting the Tibetan movement. There were opinions on the relevance and importance of projects by Women Empowerment Desk, or if it's simply a guideline of the funding organizations. On news of budget reduction for the Tibetan cultural bodies under the Indian Cultural Ministries. There were various questions on Green Book voluntary contributions, particularly in regards to the 90% reduction offer for the year until the 30th of this March. So you still have time to go with that. Then we had questions on the Blue Book for the Tibet supporters, to consider a non-obligatory form for the green books and school admissions for the children of the unwed and single parents. There were questions on the discontinuation of the project like the Tibetan Entrepreneurship Development, that's TED initiative, which provided support for the Tibetan entrepreneur in the diaspora, and many, many more questions. Subsequently, as per the list of revised business, the session proceeded to the budget presentation, deliberation and sanction of supplementary budget, Sugyokatu of both Department of Finance's Tibetan Administration's Welfare Society, called TOS. It's, in Tibetan it's called Pumi Dedun Henzo, and then the His Holiness the Dalai Lama's Charitable Trust, that's called Yiche Geza, and Social and Resource Development Fund, SARD, Chisoyaki Tepsa. Sorry, the deliberations focused basically on the allocated budgets and projects like the pension schemes, projects like the individual development plan allocated simply for the capacity and skill building of the civil servants of CTA, projects of Women Empowerment Desk, on the low interest loan scheme for Tibetan sweater garment vendors and the caravan loans, and again many matters in regards to the department. Herein, the House proceeded to the budget presentation, deliberation, and sanction of the special recurring budget, Mixia Katu, and supplementary budget, Sugyo Katu of CTA staff mess. Sikkim Pemsilla, the incumbent Penjo Kalu, issued his clarification to queries and doubts raised on the undertaking of the Department of Finance and its various sections. As per the list of revised business, the session proceeded to the deliberation and clarification on the 2024-2025 proposed budgets of the Department of Religion and Culture, that's Churi Lekung. Sikkim Pembatirla, the incumbent Kalnu of the Churi Lekung, provided his clarifications to queries from the members of the House on budget allotment for religious rituals in monasteries, on offering stipends and scholarships to religious members, projects under the Tibetan Institutes of Performing Arts, construction projects, and other related to the budget and administrative tasks of the department. The session adjourned at 5 p.m. until 9:30 a.m. tomorrow. So the session tomorrow will begin with the continuation of the deliberation and clarification on the proposed budgets of Department of Religion and Culture. We still have Nanshe Tuisum in queue for tomorrow. That's the Department of Homes, Department of Education, and Department of Health. So do watch out for that. Those are very important, three very important departments where many projects for the community, for our education, for our health, and the settlements are included. I'll cease here for tonight, and I'll see you tomorrow. Let's say, just let.